Hello, Assalamu alaikum everyone, and welcome back to SMJ-Tech channel. And today we'll be continuing with Microsoft Word tutorial, and we will be going forward with the references part of the Word features. So last time we learned that how to insert a table of contents in your document. Today we'll go one step forward and also include and see how we can insert a table of figures, which includes the figures and tables that are there in your document. It's a very interesting way to allow your readers or the reviewer of the document to jump directly to specific diagrams within your document, so you don't have to or he doesn't have to browse through the entire document. So that's one way of organizing your document. So let's start off and see how we can make the one that we see on the screen right now. As you can see, we have a table of content that we created last time, and this is another interesting table which will directly take me to this particular figure in the document. So let's see how we can create or make our document into one. So I have this plain document with me, and as you can see right now, I do have the diagrams and the tables in my document. However, they are not referred anywhere, or I don't have any table of contents for them. So what I'll do first is, before creating the table, as we did for table of contents, we will first format our figures and our tables. So I click on this diagram and right click and insert a caption. There's another way of doing it, which I'll show you. Over here, I want to label it as a figure, so I can differentiate between my figures and tables, and I'll mention it as what's it about, computer components. Okay, and I've already selected the label as figure, and I want to show this text below my diagram, and I will press OK. So it's by default showing on the left line. It's better to show it in center line way, so it's directly in the middle and below the diagram that you've just shared. So let's move forward. Now we have another table over here. So I select the table, go over to the references, and insert caption. So that it will take me to the same dialog box, but I just took a different route this time round. So since this is not a figure, it instead is a table, so it automatically numbers the table as 1, and this is what? This is input devices, right? And I also want to show it below the item, which again is left align, and I right align it. You can also show it on the top if needed. That's just your way of preferences. My usual preferences are below the diagram or the table, so it remains consistent wherever I use it. Similarly, I go to this table, select the entire table, go to references, insert a caption, and tell Word that this is another table and these are output devices. So I've labeled it. So just for a change of things, I'll just show you how it looks. So by default, this is also left aligned. I have changed it to center aligned. So this is how it will look if you place it above the table. And oh, this one I had already mentioned it previously, so it automatically changes it to it changes its number to 3, and it's already captioned. So I have defined captions to all my figures and my tables in the document. Now, the important part. Now, what I'll do is I will first go to the place where I want to insert the table of figures. Now, there's one thing that you need to take note of. In table of contents, it automatically creates a heading for you, whereas in table of figures, it will just bring the entire table in front of you once you're done. So what I'll do is I'll first format it so it looks consistent to my table of contents that I have already in place. Next, I will go to the next line over here. Let me just go back, and now I will insert table of figures, and it has shown me that how it will look. And if it's a figure, it will show figures. If it's table, and also it will show you different options that you have, classic format, distinctive, centered, formal. So it's something of the sort. Let me just select this one and click OK. So it has created the table of figures. And there's one more thing that I need to do is that this is just to update the table of figures, and over here I have table of tables, and presto. So I have selected figures first, then I selected tables. Now I have both in my table of figures and tables. So what will happen is I will have a distinctive list in my document which will have a table of figures as well. So if I click by pressing Control, left click with the mouse, by pressing Control will take me directly to the diagram I selected. Also, if I want to jump on to the output devices table, it will directly take me to the table. So this is basically to assist you in jumping to specific references within your document, similar to what we did for table of contents. So this one is the table of figures or table of references, as you might refer it. So these are a few interesting options that you have in Word, and again these are present in the references tab, as I mentioned earlier. So keep trying these things, and I'm sure you will be able to create interesting and well organized documents. Keep watching my videos, and if this was helpful, please click the like button and do keep subscribed to the channel. Until our next video, take care of yourselves, and Allah Hafiz.